Hello, hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy Podcast, episode 257. Finally happened.
You're wrong, Mike.
What's that?
I got to echo. You're like echoing in my...
Am I really?
Yeah, something going on?
How's that? Is that better? I wonder if it's a TikTok thing. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. Ask the audience. Is Steve, Bubba Sue, any of y'all? Does it sound good? Okay to you guys?
It's got to be...
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. But you're getting an echo? Hold on.
Not really an echo. It's just, it kind of sounds distant.
All right, hang on a second.
Yeah, like it's not through your microphone.
Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
Is that
there
better?
We go. Much.
Dude, didn't you hear it in the pre-show? I tell Larry to this all the time. Driven Wild says, what software are you using to stream? I'm using StreamYard, but kind of a bootleg way through TikTok. So Teamwork makes the dream work. If you're on TikTok, you can see the puppy cam. I got a puppy cam up there. I can see one of my dogs peeking out on the couch. But anyways, thank you for the correction on that. Again, Jason, check your settings before you start. Check your settings before you start. Check your settings before you start. Okay, we're talking Tesla Robotaxis launch in Texas, and DoorDash driver tells customer to choke on it, whatever that means. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything Gig Economy Podcast related. I'd like to thank the Patreon members for supporting the show. Samson from Grand Rapids, Bud from North Carolina, Omar from Detroit, Delivery Cats from Michigan, Frank from Philly, Tom from Chicago, Jim from Connecticut, Miguel from GR, Linda from Tampa, and Jerry from Bowling Green, Kentucky. If you want to join the Patreon to support the show and so we don't have tech problems and I create a checklist to check my settings, go to patreon.com/the Podcast for all your Patreon special things.
There you go, the special things.
Larry, we got a Telegram group, and we're going to be, we won't be blowing it up this weekend because we'll be in Nashville.
Yeah, we will not be blowing up this weekend, so we're going to leave it in the hands of somebody else. But yeah, that's how we communicate. It's a kind of a communication program. You can text just like you do in normal text, but it also has video and voice messages. So when you're out on the road driving, it's sometimes it's a lot easier to do a voice message than just trying to text. But you can communicate with gig workers all over the country, all over the world. We get on there and talk about all things gig related, and then we talk about life. We bitch and moan about the bad stuff, and we rejoice when something good happens to one of us. And it's just a good way to make some friends that know what you're going through when you're doing gig work, because we're all there, all doing the same things.
Absolutely. If you are in Nashville this weekend, this Saturday, we're going to be having a dinner. And everyone's invited. If you know me or can get a hold of me or Larry, or even the podcast, obviously we're very available. Yep. Email and we'll shoot you the restaurant and the time. It's to be determined.
Or get on Telegram. Shoot us a message on Telegram.
Shoot us a message on Telegram. That's actually the best way to get a hold of us is on Telegram. Everything we talk about, all the links are in the description of the podcast. So check that out. And then thank you for Driven Wild and Gabe on TikTok. Appreciate you guys so much for hanging out there and seeing what's up. Appreciate it. All right, Larry, stories from the road. I don't see anything there, so I assume you don't have anything.
That's because I was on the road. Yeah. No, I actually did drive a little bit. When was it? Saturday or Sunday I did, because we got back from Florida on Friday. Late Friday night, Saturday morning, about 2 a.m. Saturday morning, actually.
Okay.
But nothing crazy. Just did a few hours of gig work to kind of get back in the groove. But yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Yeah, not much for me either. I have been doing Market Wagon. I don't know if you have heard of that. Again,
I've heard Gabe talk about it.
So here's the thing. Me and Mo it was great last week. I don't remember what the fuck I said on that show. So if I ask you a question and you're like, yeah, we talked about this, or no, we didn't. Yeah, definitely stop me. But yeah, Market Wagon, it's an interesting concept. It's fresh things from farms, meat, cheese, veggies, stuff like that. but there's like no app, and like they pay you with a paper check.
Oh, wow.
And which reminds me, I have to deposit it. Like they pay you before you leave that day, so they know your miles, they know your tips and everything and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say it's like the best financial gig out there for me, but it's nice to have a guaranteed. I think it was 142, and I started at 9 a.m. So from 9 to like 10:30 I was at the warehouse, and then from 10:30 to 2 I delivered. So I mean, it's not out of this world, but it's definitely
it's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. And you're delivering food. You're not having to put up with people.
Nope.
With with passengers in the car. So yeah, sounds like it's not a bad deal.
And it's a 1 day a week thing on Tuesdays. I can't do it during the school year, so I'm just going to try it in the summer. And it's just nice to have that, knowing that I got my money. I don't have to worry about grinding it out. I'm just delivering them. Can be a lot of miles. So apparently, and maybe Gabe knew this, but when you're first new, your first 2 routes, they give you a somewhat local one. I thought I was getting lucky, but apparently, they go to Kalamazoo, they go out the Lakeshore, they go to Lansing. Apparently, there's a lady that lives in Lansing, so she drives from Lansing to Grand Rapids, and then drives back with the food and does deliveries over there. So it spreads, big geographic area. So I've been getting lucky. So we'll see what happens on my next one. But obviously, if you drive further, you get paid more. I mean, it's it's based on mileage and things like that. But the only caveat with it is I'm having trouble with remembering to knock on the door, because the instructions for us is because it's stuff with freezer packs in it, like it's perishables.
Yeah, it needs to come inside pretty quick.
And honestly, so does Walmart. But I don't know. If it doesn't say knock, I don't. And I think maybe with this not being like an app-based service, I mean, you go online on a website to order it, but I mean, I don't think the customers have an app.
Yeah, so they don't know, when probably don't, they can't see you coming like they can on some of the other apps. So they don't know, they might just be given a time sometime between 10 and 2, they're going to deliver your food. So that probably helps them.
Supposedly they get a text when we click map on, so they send me a link and they give me the address. But anyways, so yeah, I've been having trouble knocking on the door or ringing the doorbell. But other than that, I think it's a good gig for somebody that's just looking to take a break from worrying about if you're going to get that ping.
Yeah. Again, it's just another tool to have in your tool belt.
Absolutely. And I've done a little Walmart here and there. Nothing much. I've been real busy running errands this week and had a lot of appointments with different things and stuff. So, Now
next week I will probably have lots of stories about driving drunk people around, but I won't be able to tell them because it's going to be about you guys.
I mean, you'll have to ask for permission for which story it is.
Or change the names to protect the innocent.
Right. Yeah. Sounds like some people are going to be partying this weekend hard. I don't know about me.
Some people are talking a big game.
Yeah, we'll see.
Talking a big game.
We'll see. All right. Gig economy in the news. First up, I talked about it. Well, no, this is a different one. Sorry, my bad. There's so many different self-driving, but Waymo has set its sight on New York City. It has applied for a permit to test autonomous vehicles in New York City. Let's see. New York's autonomous vehicle demonstration or testing permit requires a human driver to be able to take over a $5 million insurance policy, and every test vehicle operator must be adequately trained in the safe operation of the test vehicle. New York law is especially prohibitive of autonomous vehicles. While securing a permit would be notable, Waymo is far from being able to launch commercial operations in the city or even test without a human safety operator behind the wheel. So they're still pressing forward. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, start the process now. That them knowing that it's super strict, they got a lot of their bugs out. I mean, obviously not all of them. Right. So hopefully, they're able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Waymo in New York City. I mean, what could go wrong?
What could go
nothing.
wrong?
I mean, not much. Not much.
Well, I think it was last show with Mo that we did a Waymo that was froze behind a fire truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, if this had been in Boston or New York City, that fire truck would have just pushed that fucking car right out of the way and just kept on going.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have no doubt. Because that's not good.
Yeah, it's not. So
yeah, I checked again about Nashville. They're still testing supposedly.
Okay.
Supposedly it's not, not open to the public yet. They're still doing their mapping and their test driving and whatever they do for the first couple of months. But maybe they'll be lucky and they'll flip that switch Friday. They're just waiting for us to get down there, I think.
Well, you think they would have flipped it on when T Swift was there? She was just there with her
boyfriend.
I know. She played in this little dive, and it was super cool to see that.
Yeah. He has his he had his annual. He puts on what's it called, the Tight End Academy.
Or university or something like that.
Yeah, university, tight end university. And she made a surprise appearance there.
Yeah, and sang and didn't even have her own guitar. And I love, people hate her. I love her. I love her and Travis. I hope they get married. I think they're super cute together.
I mean, you never know when she could pop up. I mean, she spends a lot of time in Nashville.
Yeah, she does. But she'll probably be gone by the time we get there. So.
Her loss.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, apparently those tickets were only $35, and then someone leaked out that Travis was going to be there, so then they sold out immediately, and knowing that Taylor would probably work up. Yeah. You didn't work with her. You saw her from a distance. They wouldn't let you 25 feet from her without her big security guards smashing your face. All right, Larry, this TikTok, it's interesting. The Gig Economy Podcast will be back after a quick break.
Should I be excited or afraid of AI? The answer is yes, it's both.
Things are going to look so different in the next couple years. You will not be ready for the disruptions that are going to come. I'm Jeff Nielsen, host of Digital Disruption, the go-to podcast for technology leaders.
Our generation's conflict, I think, is going to be emotional, not economic.
The companies that are going to win are the ones that have a couple of characteristics.
Stay ahead of the curve with Digital Disruption. Available now on your favorite podcast platform.
Yeah, so this is a TikTok of a food delivery, and apparently, from what it appears as if he's not real happy with maybe his tip or what happened, but we'll play it and then we'll talk about it.
Most women are not happy with their tip.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys fucking wrong way here. Yeah. So yeah. And for the audio listeners, the DoorDash driver put a note in there that said, drove all this way for nothing. I hope you choke on it. Choke on your food.
Right. I think he was probably doing earned by time, maybe, and so or not. I guess DoorDash doesn't show you the full money up front, but it just seemed like he had closed it out, and then he was like, ugh. I drove all this way for nothing. Although if you're doing earned by time, then I guess why are you complaining about the long drive? I don't know.
Yeah, and if you're doing it, I mean, we all know you're not guaranteed anything extra. What you see is what you can count on.
Yeah, so, you're not guaranteed.
I don't know why you accepted it if you weren't happy with it.
Well, unfortunately, that guy probably got what it had said, disqualified, deactivated. There we go. Yeah. I was like, what's the D word? He got deactivated for sending that note because everything's monitored in there. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure he did.
And I would report that guy too. I mean, you can't tell someone to choke on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you're pissed. I mean, I might rant about it like from the camera. I wonder what cued them in on to look at their cameras. Maybe they heard him curse or something because he said
maybe it's so funny because he was all big man, and then the door opened and he jumped out of the way real quick. I was like, oh yeah, you talking a big game here, and then obviously wasn't going to say anything directly to them.
I think maybe that they heard him curse or something. So maybe
I went back and just checked the doorbell cam.
Yeah,
there are other security cameras.
Steve says, hot tip, do not take offers if you don't want it. Hidden tips are a joke and maybe 25 cents added. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't take it hoping for. Hope and a prayer that's exactly what it is. It's not going to happen very often. If you take one and it's valuable to you at the time and you get lucky, then absolutely.
Yep, enjoy it, but don't count on it.
Yeah, Josh says these people that complain about tips yet take the orders deserve the no tip orders. Yeah, I mean, you kind of get what you get. That's why I always say, like Steve says, don't take it. Don't take it if it's not valuable from what you're being offered. Don't take it.
Yeah, and you can't dissuade me from thinking that they are watching and they know if you have a habit of taking non-tip orders, you're going to get more.
They're going to send them to you.
Offers to you.
On TikTok says I do DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash is so bad I've had to add Instacart to my day. Yeah, I mean, it's slow right now depending on your market. It's real slow. The other morning, I think the one day I worked Spark, I did a couple Sparks and maybe one Uber Eats, and then I sat there with 3 apps on at the parking lot at Walmart for 30 minutes, and I just went home.
Yeah.
I just went home.
No, I can't believe you stayed that long.
Yeah, well, I didn't have anything to do, and it was probably
true.
It was probably my only day to do gig work, and so I was like, I'm going to stick it out a little bit longer. I mean, I got offered like $2 shit, and I'm just, I'm not taking that.
Not happening.
But
hey, thank you, Pete. Thank you, I appreciate it.
It was yesterday, right?
Yes, it was.
He's 59, y'all. Don't let him tell you he's 40 like me. Dark Badger, thanks for commenting and watching the stream. Appreciate it. All right. This one's okay. Hopefully, I think the picture will be small enough that no one will notice it. But so apparently, this driver was a rideshare driver, and he was picking up somebody. And the title is WTF left dick pics as a profile picture. So he sends a message, and we'll show that.
Yeah.
You probably won't be able to read it, but it says, the pickup note says, cock is out if that okay.
Yeah.
And then, now is that the customer saying want me to cancel, or is that the driver saying that? I don't
think that would be
I don't know.
That's the passenger.
That's the passenger.
Because it's got the little
icon
next to it.
Okay, and then the next picture, this guy didn't blur it out, but if you look all the way down under pickup note, and if you look closely, it's him like freaking nude, dude.
Yeah.
Like what?
What are you thinking? I can't believe that Lyft let that through.
Well, that's the worst part. Is that Lyft? I mean, I know it's small. That's what she said, but like, I don't understand how Lyft. I just don't get it. Like, they're a technology company. How are they not scanning that stuff?
I don't understand that.
And it's so inappropriate. Like, I mean, honestly, like if it was a woman driver, I'm like, that's assault, brother. I mean, it's assault for a man too. I shouldn't, but I mean, I guess both
it's
people
just worse.
Depends. It just seems worse for a woman. I don't know why. If I saw that, I would be like, that's a nice size, and then just move on with my day. You know what I mean? But I can't believe that somebody would do that. Josh already starting to troll me.
I'm telling you, Thank you, Bubba Sue. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, birthday was actually yesterday, so I didn't spend it with Jason. I spent it with my lovely wife.
We'll be spending it this weekend together.
That's right. We will be. We still haven't decided who's getting the big C this weekend.
Right.
COVID.
Steve says TikTok is 2 seconds ahead. Yeah, I know it's delayed. Like I said, it's bootleg. You were talking to that guy the way I was doing it. I'm not doing it through Restream. I'm just capturing I don't know. I couldn't do it through Restream. I couldn't figure it out. But anyways, hopefully we don't get the C meaning COCK or COVID.
The COVID, yeah. Let's be more specific.
Pete's like, it's 2025, Jason. It's assault for anybody. I know. I felt bad when I said that. Like, I didn't mean it that way. Like a guy could. I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Gabe said we're going to be casting COVID between each other. Hey,
God.
you're going to be right in the middle of it, Gabe.
Yeah, exactly. All right, where are we at after we just squirreled off?
Okay, we're on what is it?
Oh,
drone delivery video.
So this go ahead, Larry. I'm so sorry. I always do.
Yeah,
this.
that's fine. No. So this is a video about a woman getting her matcha delivered by a drone, and just her kind of talking about the experience, but very performative way.
Yeah, she's annoying. Let's just say that. I just to let you know that anytime there's a drone video or article, Larry's gonna get it because he freaking loves drone delivery.
It's cool.
This is so bougie. I actually just ordered a matcha on drone delivery so I could get the experience. Do you hear the drone? Oh my gosh. What? I need a better position.
That's what she said.
It's so much bigger than I thought.
That's what she said.
Oh! And it's off. Oh, my matcha spilled. Oh. Let's see if it survived the ride. Come on. It's so much more secure than I expected. Wow, can you guys see this? Dee, come look at its little container. And it didn't even really spill. Wow. Okay.
Okay. So other than the fact that you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it was like really quiet. Like I don't know why it wouldn't be quiet, but I was just like you kind of didn't move much, and I was like, "Shit, did I catch it?"
I was reading a few of the comments.
Oh, okay. First of all, Larry and I both said that's what she said at the same time. So,
yes, we did.
even though you couldn't hear us. Is it matcha? What is it supposed to be frozen or cold?
The green tea.
Okay, because it looked very melty. Like
it's not supposed to be frozen.
Okay. Josh says, there goes that drink. I had watched the whole video, and that's why I watched till the end, because I was like, I'm going to see that too. And it really didn't even spill.
No, there was like a little spot you could see of green.
Yeah.
But that looks like it could have been spilled when they put it in there, I don't know. But the only reason, it tipped over because it landed right there on the divider between the grass and the sidewalk. And so it kind of tipped over. But that DoorDash, that cardboard box they have in it with the cup holder built inside of it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I think that's what McDonald's does too. I mean, I mean, not that I spill stuff, but I don't see people talking about spills from McDonald's at all in the deliveries.
Yeah, no, they package them in there pretty good. But yeah, I think it's just a cool technology, being able to get deliveries.
I'd 100% do it.
Yeah.
I mean, one more way that I don't have to interact with a human being, even coming into my driveway, like blasting his freaking music and vaping out the back, like
all of your food.
Yeah, give me that.
Your food.
Give me that drone. I honestly think their deliveries will go up when they are able to do more drone deliveries, because I think that's, you and I have talked about it, why we don't get a lot of delivery. Not that we're bougie. And I have done it. I mean, I did it last week. I was at a bus class and I didn't have a choice, and it was fine. It was great. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. But you can get some really shitty drivers that might smoke in the car, or steal a fry.
takes away one of the reasons that some people don't get food delivery. Yeah.
Steve says on TikTok, "What a joke." What's the joke? I think they did a really good job. Other than the driver's landing, that was a bad landing spot. And I don't know if that was like automatically doing that, or I know we've talked about that a bunch of times, but
yeah, I don't think there's anybody. I wouldn't think there'd be anybody flying it, but
you don't think so? You think that was all just, I want to say it's AI, but that's not really AI. That's like something else, right?
Well, autonomous. I mean, autonomous is,
I guess
is AI.
I think autopilot, like from a pilot.
Yeah.
Because is that AI when the pilot's landing the plane, but he's not touching it? Isn't that a good question?
It is a good question. Yeah.
Because this is not AI when Tesla's out and driving and there's a driver there that can grab the wheel.
Yeah. It's still definitely AI.
Yeah.
It's driving itself.
Just an interesting concept for sure. No, I like that. Other than her annoying voice, I was like, we can power through.
Yeah. I'm sure that's her persona on her channel.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some people dig it, Yeah,
I don't understand that because she doesn't talk like that in her regular life. So
yeah. Gabe said put those $2 no tip ones on drones. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
that's another reason people will like it because you don't have to tip.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to tip for sure. All right. This one, Walmart. I love me some Walmart. Walmart, and I think this is fantastic, is testing dark stores to provide faster delivery to customers. So essentially a dark store is there's no customers in it. It's just a big warehouse. And I've seen I don't know why maybe I shared it. I don't know. There's a video of someone, my dog's going nuts up there. Hold on. He's going to yell at him. The only thing you can fucking scream him down and he'll stop. He's the worst. The other dogs are like, dude, what the fuck are you barking at? Like, it's fine. Dad's downstairs. He's not running up here.
It's all good.
So someone had recorded a video in there when they were picking up, and I don't know if it was a Spark worker or just an employee or whatever, but I didn't share it because it felt like it was like not legit. I thought, I don't know. It's the first one I had seen, but apparently it was legit. But I think it's great. I think they need to do this. I think it's going to speed up, delivery times. And if we're shopping for it too, you're not fucking with anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The biggest thing that slows me down is Grandpa Joe is in front of the cheese I need. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
I typically, this is a tip for you. And it's kind of a common sense tip. Just go to the next one. Just skip that one and go to the next one. Don't wait for Grandpa to figure out what cheese he needs. Just skip it.
So these stores warehouses really, like I said, they're going to be open for Spark drivers to come in.
I don't know. It doesn't say that in the article. I would assume that would be it. When they showed it, it looked like a regular store, just condensed. I mean, it had nice lights. It had, the coolers, but everything was just, very all crammed together. So,
right.
I mean, why wouldn't you let Spark drivers in there? Well, and I mean, honestly, I think it would be quicker even if they didn't. We just did the curbside. Everything's just going to be quicker because, now the Walmart's, dispensing to customers and Spark drivers.
Right. This is going to be more streamlined. These people are going to be, this is what they do. They set it, get this stuff ready to be delivered. It's not somebody who's, 1 minute he's at a cash register.
Yeah.
Next minute he's over here stocking some shelves, and then he's, trying to stock stuff, bring out for Spark delivery. So yeah, I think it will increase their efficiency. Apparently
opened a few in the mid to 2010s, but closed them after the pandemic. So they're reopening them again. They have opened a dark store in Dallas and plans to add one in Bentonville, Arkansas, and is considering adding more locations. Well, I think this is a great way for them to try to crush Amazon. That's their goal. All this is to crush, to compete with Amazon. Yeah. And if you can get shit there quicker, if this is the way to do it, I mean, you got to, a ton of money, just start building those damn things. I mean, it's got to be way cheaper than building a whole ass Walmart. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't know I'm sure they won't stock everything. It won't be like you can get this random pet food on, you won't be able to get that, but like, Doritos and Pepsi and, ramen, all these huge staples, they'll be able to get there. So
yeah, and they have all the data. They know what the most popular products are and what to stock, what not to stock.
I love data. I would love to look at at the Whitecaps when I work. I was like, God, I wonder how many hot dogs we sell a year, or how many beers we pour and stuff like that. I want to see that data. I freaking love data.
You need to be a data analyst, man. They make good money.
I don't know though. I'm not that smart with math. I just want to look at it and go, no shit.
Yeah, well, you have the software to do the math nowadays.
That's true. You'd be seeing me in my cubicle and you'll hear me go, holy shit.
You're fucking kidding me.
You make that much money from selling a hot dog? Get bent. All right. Moving on, Larry.
Okay, yeah, and I'm sure this story is going to shock everyone,
Right?
because it's about Uber cheating us out of our money, which breaking news. This has never been heard before.
Right.
So this is a second study done that came to the same conclusion. This one was done by New York's Columbia Business School. They did a study and concluded that Uber had implemented their upfront pricing is algorithmic. That's a hard word,
dude. I'm not laughing at you because I would struggle with that.
Algorithmic price discrimination. So it says that the upfront pricing has basically raised rider fares and cut driver pay on billions of trips systematically, selectively, and opaquely. Says their research, which is based on an analysis of tens of thousands of trips, as well as analysis of over 2 million trip requests, follows a very similar paper that was produced and published by University of Oxford over in the UK. So, yeah, it says the British study found that most UK Uber drivers are making substantially less each hour since they introduced the dynamic pricing algorithm in 2023, which coincided with the company taking a significantly larger share of the fare. In 2024, it said Uber reported that it had generated $6.9 billion of cash during the year, up from losing $303 million of cash in 2022. So that's quite a turnaround.
Yeah. It's a miracle.
This is interesting. It said the Columbia paper, which did this most recent study, said focused on 24,532 trips made by a single U.S. Uber driver.
What?
That's what it says.
What is happening?
So concluding that the introduction of this new algorithm, upfront pricing, allowed them to Uber to significantly increase its take rate. Said they used to take average of about 32%, and now it's up to around 42%, and sometimes well over 50%. An Uber spokesperson said Uber's pricing is designed to be transparent and fair for both riders and drivers. The dynamic pricing helps balance real-time supply and demand. And then also it says, in response to being, asked about this paper, this newest study said, we do not recognize the figures in this report, and every driver is guaranteed to earn at least the national living wage.
Which is
BS. Oh my goodness. Guaranteed to earn at least the national living wage. I couldn't believe it said that.
You can't use the word guaranteed. Like a lawyer will fuck that up. He's like, you literally said in this that you guaranteed it. Like, where's the guarantee?
Yeah, not good. So I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum about how what other job do people do? You think in terms of W-2 jobs. If you work at a job and you got a pay decrease every year, people get where does that happen?
No one would do it.
Gig work. No one would do it. Yeah, people get pissed if they don't get a raise every year.
Yeah,
and gig work, you're getting less every year.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, again, we want to stay independent contractors, but I see why people are pushing to be like, hey, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If it was back like it was, like, I don't think anyone would bat an eye. But you keep lowering the rate or or cheating us out of our money, then people start getting pissed about that. Like
they do.
They're willing to grind for you, but you got to be fair and upfront and transparent about this stuff. Dicking us around is just not the way to go.
Yeah. So some more interesting things that were in this article in the study too says, they're talking about the data, and they said Uber says we know more about driver and rider behavior, so we can figure out who's willing to pay more as a passenger and who will accept less as a driver.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. So they are watching, and they're taking all that data, and they can tell, okay, this guy's going to take whatever we throw at him. And so he's going to get more of the crappy rides,
Do you hate that though? A little bit though? Like, I mean, what I say, not hate that. I kind of
I hate
understand
that they're doing it, but it works. It's better for us.
Well, yeah, that's my point. I'm like,
Yeah.
if that guy's willing to take, well, even with food delivery, if they're willing to take a $2 order, what do I care?
Yeah. Don't send it to me. Wait, I mean, I agree with that. I think it's just sad that it comes to that.
But I think it's bad that the reverse. Oh, this customer A is willing to pay $75.
Yeah.
That's
So we'll charge them
shady.
more.
Like the other part is like we still made the decision to take the $2 order, so it's and I guess the customer did too. But if you're literally changing the price, oh my god, I would be so livid. Like I mean, what other company? I mean, maybe they do it and they just don't have algorithms, but like, what about your internet or any place else? Like, well, like our electricity, it's monitored by the state. Like they can ask for like increases, but it's all legal, throughout. But if they all of a sudden just threw like a, the month of July, since it's hot out, we're gonna,
we're gonna double the price.
We're gonna double the price, which they kind of do from 2 to 7. It's a lot higher in our area.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it is by you all too.
It is, yeah, definitely.
It's just fucking stupid, but I mean, like Gabe said, hustle harder and smarter. Don't let them dick you around. I mean, just keep an eye on it. Take what's valuable to you. Do not worry about acceptance rate, all that shit, and any of the apps. Take what's valuable for you.
Yeah, if it's not worth it to you, don't worry about it. Move on.
Yeah,
move on, and that's why we talk about having so many tools in the tool belt. You can always move on to something else.
Or it's so slow you have 3 apps on and nothing's going off, and then you just, I don't know, go home and take a nap.
Yeah.
Go back out later.
Yeah.
Gonna go back to the comment. I don't know what Senpex is. Bubba Sue, I think she's on the East Coast, just signed a contract to do Walmart delivery, which that scares me. Is that like a company or something? But
it's a courier delivery, same day courier delivery.
That's not good for us.
No.
For us gig workers, if they're contracting, and I know in some areas they probably have to do that. Well, even Mo was on last week, and she says a ton of Walmart gets sent to Uber.
Really?
To Uber Eats for delivery, and it's bad. It'll be like 3 deliveries for like $8. You know what I mean? So 3 deliveries, $8. Now Walmart every once in a while, and maybe they are going to Uber here, and I'm just not seeing it. But I typically have Uber Eats and Walmart on, and I don't ever see
it
sent to Uber Eats. So last mile delivery, maybe hopefully they're going for the rural ones, and we'll stay in the city. They can take those vans out in fucking Timbuktu.
Yeah. Well, it says Senpex operates in 669 cities.
Okay, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So Waymo in the news. Okay, this video isn't specifically Waymo, but it's just a terrifying experience, and God help us if the Robotaxi does this. So we'll watch this and pray for everyone. Pray for the children.
He's not slowing down at all.
And it's not slowing down at all. It's visualizing it as a truck, and here we have a kid darting out. So you have children who dart out from behind parked cars.
Boom.
And
Yeah, what I would like to see though, I mean, is have a human driver there and see how many of them hit it as well, because I think a lot of those.
Well, Larry, the big picture is you're missing. The bus reds are on.
Yeah.
They ran the reds. So
completely missed that.
See, you completely missed that. Yeah, the software didn't pick up the reds. It thought it was a truck and just blew right past it.
Got it. Completely missed that.
Yeah, no, you're right. They pulled that kid out like a half a second before that car was there, and a couple of times you see the car does apply the brake. You see the brake lights go on even before the kid gets out. So I don't know if it sensed it. But you're right that they did pull that kid out quick.
Yeah, but I completely did not.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm focused on it because I drive a school bus.
Yeah, you're a bus driver. Yeah,
yeah, but it didn't even stop for the reds, and that's the bigger problem. Not running over the kid. But I don't know if I don't know if that was the test point. Was it stopping for the kid or for the bus? Because they didn't really mention anything about the school bus lights. And again, I don't even know how old this is. I just saw it on the internet somewhere. It could be 10 years old, and it's like not a problem anymore.
Well, it was posted 12 days ago, so.
Well, again, doesn't mean it's may have got leaked out, but I'm more worried about the lights. I mean, I get people running my reds all the time, but it's like this is supposed to be AI and it's supposed to be good and not make mistakes. And
well, that's definitely a big mistake.
Yeah.
Not good.
There's like random people videoing too. I don't know if the one lady was like leaning out. I'm like, are you just like a neighbor and just want to see it? It just seemed like it was. I know. It just seemed like she was recording from her phone. So, but yeah. Be careful out there, y'all. Stop for those reds.
Yeah,
stop for those reds. $500 ticket in Michigan.
Oh yeah, not good.
Yep, $500.
Dang.
All right, moving on. Octopus tablet. Whoa. So did they shut down their Facebook? Remember we talked about that? Octopus tablet was shutting down their Facebook group. But anyways, Octopus tablet, you can get this for your car if you're a rideshare driver, Lyft and Uber, or really any rideshare company, or your private if you're a private driver. Trivia, fun games, all that stuff. You can win gift cards as a rider if you score the most points, but you won't. I don't know if Larry, I didn't have anyone win anything. I don't know if Larry did either, but
I had to my top 3. That was the best.
Top 3. Interesting. Hang on 1 second. Franklin! Stupid ass dog. But no, I talked about the Facebook page. Apparently, I think I don't think it's, Larry and I thought it might be a bad thing, but apparently they're going to do all that stuff in app. I don't know, but they had shut down their Facebook page, which was kind of toxic. Let's be honest. They didn't really monitor it. It was more of just a
venting page for drivers.
Yeah, it was just like any other page. I mean, if you're going to have a page like that for your business, you gotta like monitor it.
Yeah, you gotta have a moderator because I looked at it a lot when I first got my Octopus tablet, but then you're like, well, this is not anything that I need to read. It's not anything to do with the Octopus tablet. It's just more rideshare drivers, bitching about whatever.
Yeah, every once in a while it would have a question about the tablet, but anyways, it's great. I know we're bitching about the Facebook group. Download, or the link is in our description. Definitely do it. It's free. Everything's free. Yep. Super great company to work for, and fucking do it. All right.
Yeah, I expect y'all to wear my tablet out next weekend, making me some money.
That's true. Games. You better run that shit.
I got it, man.
You know what you should do? We should do some content where you do an Uber ride. Yeah. And I'll be sitting in the front seat and just see how people react. Oh, no, you'll probably get deactivated. We better not do that. That'd be bad.
Well, I mean, if you don't say anything, it's one thing, and you just have somebody in the front seat. Like when I had Nick riding with me doing the documentary, like we ask every time,
"Yep,
are you okay?" And so many times they're like, so why are you doing a documentary on him? And
right.
He would go through and explain it and everything.
Because they thought you were super famous.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of are.
Local.
Right. All right. Oh, my dog is driving me nuts.
I really don't hear him hardly.
Oh, you can't hear him?
I can't really hear him.
I can always hear him a little bit when I edit.
I'm old. I can't hear well. So.
That's true. Franklin, come here. My other dogs are just chilling down here. They're just like, hey, Dad, what's up? I love hanging out with you. Frank the dick.
Yeah.
All right.
Always gotta be one.
Yeah, that's right. Elon Musk announces launch of new business venture, and as of us recording right now, they are out in Austin. They went out Sunday, June 22. And guess what? It's only going to cost $4.20, which is hilarious, by the way. The $4.20.
I saw that. And how long is he going to subsidize that?
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be just for a little bit. That's not going to be sustainable.
But I was looking at a picture of those Robotaxis because remember when we first saw them, we're like, that's just a 2-seater. What the heck? But the doors, it's a 4-seater. The doors are really long. It's just one door that opens up for both the front and the back seat. if you look, I think it was maybe even, was it that article that
Well,
you
this
had?
article, no, is showing a Waymo. It doesn't even show their you do the article about
Okay, yeah.
the new thing, and it's not even showing it, but I'm sure we can find it.
I was looking at some picture of I think it's actually my last article that I'm doing has that picture.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a really long like door that opens up like for both.
We
both
really
passengers.
studied that thing, and we didn't see that when we were.
Well, they never had the doors open because it kind of they open up. They open weird, they don't open out just like a normal door. They open up at an angle, like at a 90, kind of 90-degree angle there to the car. So it's very different, but it's definitely forced because it did, and we couldn't figure it out. Right, that makes no sense.
Right,
but the pictures we saw when they did the rollout, you never really got a good look at them, and you could never tell, and never saw one with the doors open.
Well, one thing that I think the Tesla has over the Waymo is Tesla doesn't have all these ugly sensors outside of it. Like it's already built into the car, so that's a huge. I mean, not that you really care what it looks like, honestly, but. Probably be less tampered with like Waymos are. I mean, they stick out like a sore thumb,
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt it's a Waymo.
Right. And it even says it. There's a spider coming down from the ceiling right in front of my monitor. That's hilarious. Hey, buddy. It even says Waymo on this car. So I'm like, the Robotaxis are probably not going to. He always likes a clean look, although he built the fucking Cybertruck. So I don't know. I think he was high that night or something.
Yeah, and are all the Robotaxis going to be that gold color that we always see?
Yeah, that's true too. That'll be that they'll stand out. That'll be a problem. So.
If they are, they'll stand out like a sore thumb.
But this article also talks about obviously Amazon. I guess they bought that Zoox for $1.2 billion. I didn't know it was that much. And then has since built a plant in Silicon Valley that is expected to produce 10,000 Robotaxis per year. Man, this is coming, Larry. I bet if we go back,
quick. Yeah,
I bet if we go back a year ago, we talked about it, and we're just like, yeah. You know what I mean?
No, it's one of those things. We talked about it for so long, and the sky was falling. When we first started doing it, everybody's like, "Yeah, I enjoyed a year or two," and it just didn't happen. Just kept putting back and push back and push back. But you can really tell the snowball is picking up steam.
Yeah, it's a big really snowball at this point.
It is, and it's coming.
Which again, I mean, I don't really do much rideshare anyways, and I do think I'm not going back on my statement that I do think it'll be a long time before it's in my city. I mean, I think until they get through the big hurdles of like New York and all the big regulation places, and once they're smoothly going through there, then it probably will go like wildfire to like smaller markets. Yeah. But I think it's still going to be a while for us. So.
Yeah, I'm still trying to just figure out how they're going to make money when these things cost so much. How long is it? I mean,
it's
by the time you recoup their money, the car is going to be worn out.
Well, it's probably the same way they did with Uber when it came out. You just, you
burn through the cash for a few years.
And then you slowly raise the rates of what they are. You know what I mean? I mean, we talked about last week when Mo was on. The Waymo is more expensive than Uber and Lyft right now, actually.
Right. Yeah,
it's like $10 more per ride. So, and so maybe they'll start low and then go high. Although maybe I don't know what Waymo started out at. I mean, they've done it so long. Maybe they're at that point where they're already starting to raise the prices. But
maybe,
Josh on a late comment. I've been on SendPEC's wait list for 2.5 years. It's crazy. I hear people talking about wait lists all the time. I was talking to somebody about Walmart Spark. She actually used to work as a loader. Her and I talked. I was like, you need to get out. She seemed really nice. I'm like, you need to get out of here. You need to, drive bus. Like, I can get you in driving bus. Like, because they make $14 an hour. Like, $14 an hour?
Yeah.
And they don't get full time and they don't get benefits. And I was like, you got to get out of here. Like, this isn't. So then she got hired at the Whitecap. So we worked together on occasion. And she said she went to apply for Spark and she's waitlist. And she's applied for a lot of the apps. Waitlist. I'm like, yeah, I mean, especially right now with the summer, maybe.
Yeah, not a good time.
Maybe you'll luck out once school starts back up again. But yeah. All right, Larry. Uber offering ads. When I hear that, I just get so excited. I just can't hide it.
Yeah. So this article talks about Uber. It's launching a new ad format that will let different companies that partner with them offer people cash off their next rides or savings on things like that. So they said our audiences are always looking for an opportunity to drive savings, get affordable things, and also get messages that are personalized and relevant. So this was over. This is at an advertising festival over in France. So Molson Coors, which I guess Miss Coors beer, is one of the advertisers for ride offers. Brands like Coors Light will show up in the ads in the Uber app. As you're looking at your phone, looking to see if your driver where he's at and things like that. Uber pops up ads. So these ads are going to pop up offering users, an Uber discount.
So they're going to pop up. So if you're taking an Uber, why? And you talked about the beer, but why would it offer, like, if you buy the beer, you get maybe this will explain it. Maybe I talked too early.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Because you're saying they're offering an Uber discount, but if it's in the app, why would they advertise the beer or whatever and then offer an Uber discount, I guess?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't explain it very well in this article.
Okay.
But let's see.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, you're fine. So yeah, they've just been working with a lot of different companies, trying to figure out how they can best use their, make money off their data. And so a lot of advertisers have been using Uber and Uber Eats to target ads on for lots of different products. For example, an Uber user might be viewing, looking at his Uber app to check to see where their driver's at, and then he might flip over to scroll on TikTok once they're inside, and Uber will know, and they can serve an ad specific to that user.
Oh, okay. So it's when they go outside the app.
That's what it sounds like. Like again, it kind of talks both ways, where it will happen in the app, but Uber, because the first one said brands like Coors Light will show up with ads in the Uber app, so that's definitely inside the app. But then they talk about this where they might be able to show them an app once they get in the car and they switch to another app like TikTok or something like that. So yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about ads like that? I don't mind targeted ads if I'm looking for something. This is what I don't like. If I'm Googling something I want to buy, I'm okay getting a targeted ad. It's just when it's that seems a little shitty because I'm already using Uber. Why are you showing me another fucking Uber ad in my TikTok app? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
give me something that I really care about, not fucking Uber. I already used your product, but yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about ads, but
yeah, I mean, it's, it's one of those things they're just fine. It's another income stream for them.
Yeah.
Uber has its own ad business that it launched back in 2022, and it's reached a 1.5 billion revenue run rate by the end of 2025, which is up 60%. So it serves ads on the Uber app, on in-car screens, and in emails to users, and on car tops. Some people have the car top ads on there. So yeah, it's just another way they're looking to definitely use the data and the customer base that they have to make another income stream.
Yeah.
So Uber knows a lot about the type of people who like Mexican food, or who spend time in a particular part of town, or people who go to the airport 4 times a month. They can then base ads knowing that that's probably somebody who's might be a high income person, and they might market them specific things. So
especially the Mexican restaurants, and if you order on Uber Eats, Uber has that data. They're like, hey dude, let me sell you an ad package, because
or we know you order this every week. Here, listen, we'll give you $2 off on on that burrito that you order.
I love speaking of the $2 off, I love the apps that it's cheaper online, or to do it through the app. I started using Wendy's app, and they usually get $2 off coupon, and
the
every
fast
time,
food apps, restaurant apps always have bargains and deals.
Yeah. And I found the other day I ended up ordering the Wendy's. It's my own fault. I was doing it when I was driving. But I ended up ordering at a different, which I have to reach out to them because they still charge my card even though I canceled the order. Maybe I'll see a refund back in there, but I wish they wouldn't charge it until you actually get to the restaurant. But maybe they won't make it if you, I don't know. But anyways, so you can even use this app in the drive-thru because I go to the drive-thru, I go mobile order for JT. They're like, "Are you sure you ordered at the store?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." She goes, "Are you sure?" And she's trying to be nice, but in her mind she's like, "You dumbass." Yeah. And I figure out, and then on the speaker I'm like, "Ah, fuck."
Oh man, I know I've done that with Chick-fil-A before. Get there and you pull up and they're like, no, we don't have your food.
Right.
And then you look and you're like, oh man.
But what was cool is I could still use the app and they scanned it at the register because of course I placed my order. I'm already there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they still knocked $2 off. So man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. You got to be using those apps out there. So
definitely.
All right, moving on, and then I think that'll be it. And then, of course, we have a Patreon tonight at 8:10 p.m. We'll finish up the articles we didn't get to, and then who knows what will happen. Larry and I sometimes get on these rants, and
chaos
ensues. So this is an Instacart video, and I don't know if it's real or fake. One of the guys I follow on TikTok, he was kind of doing a side-by-side, so he's on the top, and it's a driver that's very frustrated about the notes in the app.
Ma'am, it's Instacart. I'm leaving your shit right here. But before I leave, I want to tell you, you put too much shit in your memo. Get the eggs from the back. Drive easy over the bump so my eggs don't crack. It's too much. I'm already in the goddamn shopping store for over an hour. Then you want me to reach to the back to see the date that's the long. I'm not doing all that no more, ma'am. You're finna make me quit my job. Don't do that. You stay blessed. Your Instacart is here. Ursuline. Get your ass off my porch. Did Instacart give you my ID number? Did Instacart give you my ID? Sorry, ma'am. Please don't report me. I'm just trying to keep my job. Stay blessed. Stay blessed, Ursuline.
Wait a minute. I didn't watch it to the end. I watched like the first 20 seconds and I was like, oh, this will be a good video. So was it fake or do you think? I think it was.
No,
fake.
I don't think so.
You think it was real? Like
I think it was real.
She recognized her at the end? Or
I don't know if she recognized her or they were just watching through they're talking through the doorbell camera and they say her name on there.
That's true.
I think she probably just said, it shows you, I guess, who's shopping for you. I think
of course.
Just said her name.
Oh.
And the lady was like, oh, no, I'm busted. And she's like, please don't report me,
Okay.
And it looked like the person took it very, very well and was getting a kick out of it.
Well, I mean, she looked...
Yeah.
The other lady kind of chuckled, so I thought it might have been a fake video. I don't know. Well, I'm glad you took that. You always worry that they're going to be fake. It doesn't matter. It's still funny. It's still true.
It is, and it looked. If it was fake, they did a good job.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
It is true. Stop putting so many fucking notes in there. Like, honestly, I don't know if it was in our Telegram group, but somebody posted a long Uber Eats description.
Oh, yeah.
If I saw that, I'd immediately cancel.
I saw that one. Yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah, I would too. No way I'm taking that because they're like, man, there's no way I'm going to satisfy this person.
Well, especially in in that one picture that whoever posted it, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There was 7 exclamation points, and I'm just like, yo, bro, this is not happening tonight. This is not happening. So,
not today.
Not today, MRFers. All right, join us on the Patreon at 8:10 p.m. That's in 8 minutes. Can you do math? I can. And if you join right now, you can join us live and chat with us and stuff like that, and also support the show. I just realized that this audio won't come out till... Oh, shit, that means I got to edit that before I leave, too. God dang it. I got a busy couple days before I leave. This audio won't come out till Monday, so that if you hearing this, we already had Nashville, and we're already back home. So,
or maybe in Nashville jail.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll be flying home that day. I'm leaving Monday, so. But,
yeah, hopefully.
All right. Go ahead, Larry. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say on the Telegram on the Patreon, we will talk about that picture that Faith posted of all the instructions.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be good to talk about.
It's a good one.
Pretty wild there. So as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
All right.
Hopefully, we'll see you in Nashville.
Hopefully not in jail.
Yep.
Peace out. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.